Murder, sex, Pilates. Yes, this movie has it all. The only thing missing? Logic. I'm the Lifetime guy, and this is A Dangerous Affair. Here is the main character, Amelie.
Hey, bitch.
And she has her own Pilates studio.
Impressive.
The guy stripping in the back is her newest client, Pierce, the owner of Handsworth Media Corp. You know.
The largest online imprint news company in the entire state.
Oh yes, them.
I think I've heard of them.
No, you haven't. After class, Pierce hangs around to flirt a bit.
Cute dog. It's like his mum.
Sorta. As soon as he leaves, this weirdo, named Fran, starts knocking on the window instead of just coming inside. She's like, "Don't tell me I missed class," and Amelie's like, "Yeah, that's why there's no one inside, you idiot." Where is she parked, by the way? The fucking sidewalk? The car is only there so that the two women can bond, because Amelie's mom had a similar one when she was younger.
Brings back some memories. All good, I hope. Except for the time Johnny Braxton broke up with me and spilled orange soda all over my car. It was the stickiest mess I ever had.
Was it?
Ew!
The movie cuts to Amelie getting security cameras installed outside of her apartment, which seems like it will come into play later, but is only brought up again one other time, and not for a good reason. You'll see.
I can't wait.
She catches the eye of her neighbor, Margaret, who introduces herself.
I'm Margaret, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Margaret. I'm Amelie.
Now, I live alone, but I love kids and dogs.
Okay. Amelie goes to a pet shop called Pet Shop with her dog, Buster, where she takes off his leash and collar for absolutely no logical reason other than the movie needing him to run away.
Buster? Buster?
She kidding me?
She goes back to her Pilates studio because I guess she doesn't feel like looking for him, but no need to worry because Prince Pierce to the rescue.
Buster, hi, baby. Oh my goodness.
I don't like her.
And as a reward for finding her dog, Amelie offers him some private Pilates sessions.
I see where this is going.
They go for a walk where Amelie learns that Pierce's last girlfriend was a complete psycho, and they both receive an invitation from Barb, this woman from their Pilates class, to an Eyes Wide Shut party at her house,
It's an Eyes Wide Shut theme.
referring to the cult-like sex party from the movie Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh, you think?
They attend the party as each other's dates and share a kiss. While leaving the bathroom, Amelie runs into a guest who just stares at her, then walks away. Moments later, she finds someone dead in an office who's dressed exactly like Pierce.
Holy crap.
After the next Pilates class, Amelie notices a power drill in Fran's bag, along with ink from an exploded pen.
Are you doing some construction?
Oh, no, that's a little side thing. I got a project that I'm doing.
Oh yeah? What's the project? Project make the audience suspicious of you? Mm-hmm. Amelie tells her that she has a private session with Pierce coming up, and Fran reacts by doing this.
I'll think about that membership.
Don't bother.
Yeah.
Pierce shows up for his private Pilates session where this happens. You get the idea.
Yep.
While meeting Barb for drinks, Amelie is warned about Fran, learning that she is Pierce's crazy ex-girlfriend.
What are the odds of that?
Pretty high.
Amelie goes to Pierce's house for dinner, where she brings up Fran.
There's something I didn't share with you earlier. I had to take a restraining order out there. It's a first, trust me. That's alarming that she came to your studio. It's just too much of a coincidence.
They decide to go for a swim while the food cooks because this actress is way too in shape to not be half naked, and while they make out, we see his oven starting to smoke and this symbol flashing on his home security system. After eating takeout because the food burned, Amelie sees that a pen exploded in her bag, which is weird because she doesn't even carry pens in her bag for that very reason, which is something she told Fran earlier in the movie.
I destroyed my favorite satchel with an exploded pen. I never carry pens in my purse after that.
Later, Amelie arrives home and finds that Buster's head is covered in something really sticky. And then the front door slams shut. Why it even had the opportunity to slam shut is beyond me. Who comes into their house and just leaves the front door wide open?
Absolutely no one.
She discovers that Buster's water bowl has been filled with orange soda.
Who loves orange soda?
Wrong clip.
Spilled orange soda all over my car. It was the stickiest mess I ever had.
Since Fran had knowledge of the whole orange soda thing, Amelie is certain she's been inside her apartment, but doesn't report it to anyone. Doesn't call the police, doesn't call Pierce, just goes to bed.
Let's go to bed.
The next morning, Pierce sees that this thingy is still blinking on the monitor, so he calls the security company.
Your system was deactivated at 9:47 p.m.
What do you mean it's deactivated?
He checks the security footage and sees Fran pick up Amelie's purse and wave to the camera with a pen in her hand. So many things to unpack here. First off, why does Pierce have a camera pointed at this useless spot in the kitchen? What kind of strategic placement is that for home security? Second, if Fran is walking around here after deactivating the system at 9:47 p.m., that means they're still outside swimming. Not only do I not believe they wouldn't see her roaming around this space right here, but it also means they still haven't eaten yet. At 9:47 p.m., it was light out when she got there, and she said she was starving.
You hungry?
Starving.
What the hell are they waiting for?
An engraved invitation!
Pierce goes to Amelie's apartment to tell her what happened.
She was in my home, Emily. I saw her on the security system today.
Yeah, the security system that was deactivated, yet it still captured everything she was doing on camera. Like, what did Fran deactivating the security system even really accomplish? Her getting through the front door without an alarm going off? Then what is this Ring camera for? Shouldn't that have alerted you?
Yeah, probably.
Amelie then adds that she thinks Fran was in her home last night also. They go for a walk on the beach like everything is fine now, and while Pierce takes Buster deep into the trees to pee, because of course he can't just pee right there like a normal dog would,
Of course.
Amelie is hit over the head. She wakes up in the hospital where she's hooked up to oxygen and a heart monitor. What is she, on the verge of death?
She might be.
She got hit in the head, big whoop, and doesn't even have a bandage on her head, so it couldn't have been that serious. She tells a detective that she now remembers seeing Fran at that party and could identify her from her earring. Not sure why she's just recalling that. Isn't getting hit over the head supposed to make your memory worse? Especially in a Lifetime movie.
So we messed up.
Amelie asks her neighbor Margaret to watch Buster while she and Pierce go on a trip, because now seems like a great time for that. Before leaving, Margaret mentions that she found a pile of dust in her bathroom.
Good to know.
They go to Pierce's summer house only so the movie can show a sex scene, so that Fran can show up, and so they can freak out and leave.
Let's get back to the city as soon as possible.
Even though they've only been there maybe 12 hours.
That's time well spent, I'd say.
Fran is officially declared a suspect of that party murder, even though the only proof we know of is Amelie thinking she saw her there, which is news to Fran until she gets this text message from her mom. The most casual text message one can receive from their mom about being suspected of murder. The article says she was already arrested for the murder. When did that happen? At home, Amelie's doorbell rings.
I'll check the security camera. Okay, it's just Margaret.
Or you could have just looked through the peephole, you idiot. By the way, this is the other time in the movie I mentioned earlier where her security camera comes into play. Didn't use it when Fran broke in and purposely left that orange soda in the dog bowl. Didn't use it when Fran broke in and wrote this message on her mirror, which I didn't previously show you. Nope. Instead, they went through the effort of showing a security camera being installed at her home in a movie where she has a stalker, and only use it to show Amelie's friendly neighbor bringing her food, even though they didn't need to because she could have just used the peephole. Like, why even bother? Margaret hands Amelie a lasagna, then goes back home where she video chats with a friend.
There you are.
Hey.
Got your dinner ready?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Warming it up now.
She's suddenly attacked by Fran
Margaret!
and dragged to the bathroom, where Fran has a peephole of her own already set up in Margaret's shower with a direct view into Amelie's apartment, which would explain the dust Margaret found earlier in her bathroom and the drill Amelie spotted in Fran's bag, but doesn't explain how Margaret never saw this. It's not hidden, it doesn't blend in, it's just an obvious hole right there on the shower wall. How dumb is this woman? It's not like Fran removed a tile and the peephole was concealed behind that. That would have worked fine. And what does it look like inside Amelie's apartment? Again, it would just be a hole in her wall that for some reason she doesn't see. It makes no sense. Pierce leaves Amelie alone and goes for a run because she told him to.
She what?
And is confronted by Fran, who admits that she did in fact kill that guy at the party for reasons she never really explains. Then this happens.
She cannot have you! Stop!
Help! He's got a knife! He's got a knife!
Stop!
Amelie leaves to bring Margaret a salad, whose friend I guess never called the police even after seeing her being attacked through a video chat, but whatever, and finds her tied up in the bathtub. Now comes a series of illogical events titled, For Some Reason. Amelie tries calling Pierce instead of the police for some reason, whose phone was picked up by Fran in the park. When she hears his ringtone coming from upstairs, she drops her phone for some reason and runs out of Margaret's apartment just as Fran comes bounding down the stairs after her. She re-enters her own apartment without locking the door for some reason, even though she knows Fran was right behind her. She sees Fran through the window answering a call from police that was intended for her, and rather than staying inside her secure apartment, decides to leave for some reason. Then for some reason, doesn't go to her car, but instead runs down the dark deserted beach where nobody is around. Then decides to stop running for some reason and lie down in the bushes even though she's not hidden at all. What was her plan?
Hard to say.
The women fight it out gladiator style on the beach.
Wow, what a tackle!
With Fran drowning Amelie in the water. Pierce shows up with the police and kisses her back to life. Fran is arrested and the movie ends with Barb making a suggestive comment.
Would it be highly inappropriate if I were to request a private Pilates class with you and him?
Meaning a threesome.
Clearly.
And then Amelie and Pierce having sex one final time in a room that has tons of windows where anyone can see in.
Cool. Who cares?